World's Semifinals Pickems. Now, for the quarters, I got 3 out of 4. Not bad. I got Humble Life wrong. I'm not sad that I got that wrong, though. That series was a banger. FlyQuest almost beat Gen G, which is... That would have ruined my Pickems. I did swap to Weibo last second. I'm sorry. Okay, if you watched the YouTube video and you didn't watch the stream, you would know that I swapped. The reason I swapped is because I hated my chat and they all said LNG was going to win, so I thought, come. The semi-finals Pickems are out. This is 25 points for a correct guess. I'm leading in the celebrities. I'm 7th place. Yes. All right, semi-finals Pickems. This is really hard, okay? And I don't want you to copy my Pickems because this is hard. This is very hard. But you can copy them if you want. So for context, Gen G versus T1. T1 always lose to Gen G domestically. The match history record, you can look it up in recent time. Domestically, Gen G always smash T1. Finals, regular season, T1 can never beat them. Never. In the spring finals, they got pretty close. They went 2-3 against them in the finals. That's the closest they've gotten in quite a few years. They beat them at MSI 2023, but that was the last time they actually won against them. Every time T1 has won internationals, it always tends to be the Gen G in the last few years. For example, last year's Worlds, Gen G was on the other side of the bracket. So I think the score is, in the last 10 series, Gen G is 10-0 versus T1, which I've mentioned before. But it's international, and it's T1. And T1 always has international flair and Worlds buff. And when I say Worlds buff, T1 is spiking big time. They destroyed Top Esports 3-0. And FlyQuest almost lost to Gen G. They went 3-2. I will say, you can analytically look at the series and argue either side. Oh no, Gen G almost lost to FlyQuest 3-2. My bad, did I say the other way around? You can look at the series analytically and say whatever you want. And it's your Pickems. I think both answers can be correct. I'm gonna go T1 though. It's Worlds, it's T1, it's different. The narrative is crazy. Chovy versus Faker. By the way, just for context, if you want to do your Pickems, look at this. Faker versus Chovy all time. 53-52. In recent years, Chovy wins, but I feel like Faker and T1 are just different right now. They are just different. And for the YouTube frogs, I promise you, I will not change that Pickem. I will not change it. I'm stuck on T1, but I think either side is correct. BLG versus Weibo. Hard prediction. Weibo can beat any team at this tournament, and they can lose to any team at this tournament. They destroyed LNG. BLG on paper are the stronger team, and the reason I'm going to go BLG is contextually, Weibo are doing well, but BLG seem to have gotten back on the horse despite a rocky start. The reason I say this is BLG domestically 3-0'd Weibo in one of the first rounds, and then they 3-0'd Weibo in the finals. Wasn't even close. Top Esports pushed them a bit, but Weibo have never had BLG's number, really. I don't really see Weibo beating BLG. I don't see it. This was with Wei, and they have Shun now, but I think the biggest thing for me that I like about Weibo is that their top laner is doing much better. Breed is having one of the best tournaments. He's having an amazing tournament. So, momentum is good for Weibo, but I just don't see them beating BLG. I don't see it happening. I think LNG didn't show up on the day, and the biggest factor why LNG beat Weibo last time was through top. Zika was having a pretty poor series overall, and Breed outperformed him. I'm going to go BLG. I feel like, on paper, BLG should be the favorites. Similarly, on paper, Gen G should be the favorites. But you can look at history as much as you want, and it doesn't really matter at Worlds. You can look at analysis almost as much as you want, but it doesn't really matter at Worlds. Worlds is literally, you can be the better team for 9 months, but whoever shows up on the day will win. Doesn't matter who's favored. So I think any selection in your Pickems is correct. It could go either way. I'm going to go T1 and BLG, though. I think it's going to be a T1 BLG Grand Final. It could easily be a Gen G Weibo Grand Final as well, though. Or Gen G BLG or T1 Weibo. This is the hardest part of the Pickems, the top 4. The semi-finals tend to be the finals at Worlds. The semi-finals, on most World Championships, the semi-finals are the finals. If you look back at past Worlds. We've been blessed with like 2022 and stuff like that, but oftentimes at Worlds, the semi-finals are the finals because one side of the bracket tends to be stronger than the other. But I'm not sure which side of the bracket's better because you have LPL versus LCK. That's the finals. So it's going to be beautiful. Now that FlyQuest's out. Now that FlyQuest's out, you're going to have a beautiful finals. I'm sad that FlyQuest's out, though. But those are my Pickems. I'm going to go T1 BLG. For BLG, I believe in paper. For T1, I believe in momentum. Similarly, this matchup, for momentum, you would favor Weibo, and for paper, you'd favor Gen G. You go your way.